and a warm welcome to Casey's podcast on Study Abroad Decoded. Today we're going to talk about a country that's quietly stealing the spotlight as one of the most in-demand study abroad destinations among international students. Yes, it's Germany.
Yep, Germany, where you can eat pretzels for your breakfast, get world-class education, and the most important thing, don't pay your tuition fee for most of the universities.
I wish I would have known about this 10 years earlier. I would have probably not done my MBA in India and been studying in Berlin.
Same here, Olivia, but now we are here for helping our students make a much smarter choice.
Right. So Milind, before we get started, please share your introduction to our audience.
Yeah, hi. So my name is Milind Shravantkar and I've been a part of KC from the past 8 years and helping students make a much smarter choice in the top European study destinations.
I'm sure after this podcast, you're going to convince a lot of other students to choose Germany as their study destination.
Well, that's the whole idea. Let's see how it goes.
So Milind, let's get straight to it. What makes Germany such a top pick for international students these days?
Well, Olivia, to start with, I would say there are 3 main reasons why Germany is preferred by most of the international students. The first and foremost for which Germany is very famous for is their public universities, which do not charge tuition fees even to the international students. Of course, their education is world class. They are very top ranked when it comes to research and their technical education. And of course, all these public universities are student friendly, safe, and providing high quality education to all the students.
So we all know about public universities, but what about private universities? Do they work out very expensive for students?
Well, no, private universities are very good options for the students who are ready to spend a bit, not much, because private universities generally would charge a tuition fee which would range between 5,000 euros to 15,000 euros per annum. But the best part about private universities are that all programs are English taught programs. There is no requirement for German language, and most of the universities offer their programs without a GRE or a GMAT score.
So basically, are you saying that if someone is looking for a more personalized experience and probably isn't yet fluent in German, private universities would work out better for them?
I would agree to that 100% because yes, private universities offer programs that are 100% taught in English, are cost efficient, and students do get personalized support from all the private universities.
So speaking of German, do students need to speak German fluently in order to live, study, as well as get employment in Germany?
Well, as far as education is concerned, so all the universities of applied sciences or private colleges, they offer bachelor's and master's degree program in English. So learning German language for their education or for the visa purpose is not a mandatory requirement. But yes, if the student is looking to get admit in a public universities, popularly known as TUs or technical universities, then we would highly recommend that knowledge of German language is required. Talking for the daily survival of the students, so yes, if you are going to a non-English speaking country, it's always recommended that you should have some basic knowledge of the German language. It would make your life easier if you're trying to get a part-time job or buying groceries, going to restaurants, cafes, bars, because generally all these people speak their local language. So knowing some basic term would make your life more easier.
So great, knowing German language is a plus point, not mandatory. So let's get to the next point, what most students are worried about, the cost. Like what exactly would be the cost of living in Germany?
Olivia, the cost of living would vary from city to city and of course what kind of lifestyle the student chooses. But if the student is in Berlin, which is of course the capital of Germany, and living a very standard student life, he should not incur more than, I would say, 850 euros to 1000 euros per month, and this is the reason why the visa requirement for German student visa is opening a blocked account of 11,904 euros.
That's not bad at all for a European country.
Yes, and the cherry on the cake is that all the international students are allowed to work part-time. Along with their education, the students can work either 120 full days or 240 half days along with their education. The minimum wage rate in Germany as on date is 11.83 euros per hour. But if the students learn German before traveling to Germany, so there are chances they may land up getting 12 euros, 15 euros per hour as well, because they are German speaking, they can interact with the local community well. So there are chances that they would get a higher wage when they're working part-time.
Okay, great. So basically, if we club minimal tuition fees, decent cost of living, as well as part-time work, it's pretty affordable for students.
It's pretty affordable. It's a high standard of living with low cost of living as well, and of course, beer is famous in Germany.
So let's sweeten the deal a bit more. In addition to the low cost and affordable living, are there any scholarships that students can get to study in Germany?
Yes, of course, big time. Germany is very generous when it comes to funding the education of the international students. The government is providing multiple scholarships, and the most popular is, of course, the DART scholarship, which would cover the students' tuition fees and living expenses. But let me tell you one thing, all these scholarships, because these are publicly funded, so they are very competitive. The student must have a very good academics, a good research on the education, and a good statement of purpose. Apart from the government scholarships, there are universities of applied sciences and private colleges as well that provide good discounts on the tuition fee, and with good academics and a merit-based scholarship, the student can ease the burden on their pockets.
So not only is it low cost, but students can also reduce their expenses further with scholarships. Germany is giving tough competition to other destinations. So Milind, let's have a fun rapid fire round. Can you name 5 of the top courses which international students are going for today?
Well, surely, Olivia. So Germany is always famous for its mechanical and automotive engineering. And apart from that, with today's competition, students are also looking for courses into computer engineering, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, business analytics, and international management has also picked up. And apart from that, renewable energy is also making a new trend setting up.
Wow, I'm sure students will really benefit from this list.
Of course, with the growing competition and everything getting digitalized, I guess the search for the courses into computer science engineering is really the next thing in.
So moving on to a next very important question. What do students do after they complete their studies? Do they get work opportunities? Do they get a chance to stay back in the country?
Yes, Olivia. So once a student completes either a bachelor's degree program or a master's degree program, they get a stay back of 18 months in Germany, during which they can search for a job. As soon as they get a job, they apply for a EU blue card. And the best thing about Germany is that after 5 years of stay in Germany, the students can apply for a German PR. Now, holding a German passport is advantageous because you get a visa-free entry to 20 plus nations.
That's amazing, Milind. I think this will really benefit students from STEM and business backgrounds.
Yes, absolutely. Like we already discussed that sectors like mechanical engineering, automobile engineering, and in addition to that, computer science engineering, cloud computing, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence. Other booming sectors in Germany, I would say renewable energy, and of course, medicine, nursing. All these programs are also getting a good demand in Germany, and there is a lot of boom in all these sections. So students coming from all these education background, they would have ample job opportunities when they have finished their education. And the best thing about all the European Union nations are that the students always get job as per their relevant field of study, and they are not required to do any odd jobs just for their survival.
Wow. I think this is the most important point for students these days, that they want to get jobs very relevant to what they are studying and to find good job opportunities paying them good salaries after they complete their study.
That's what Germany and Europe is all about.
So before we wrap up today's episode, can you share with us some of the top employers which students should keep an eye out for?
Yes, of course. Germany is always famous for their cars, and it is a home to the top 500 Fortune companies as well. Some people also call it a startup capital of Europe. But talking for some of the well-renowned brands, I would say Volkswagen, Audi AG, BMW. These are some of the well-renowned companies that are operating. And apart from that, to name a few, we have Deutsche Telekom, Siemens Energy.
That's a really impressive list of brands. I guess many of these companies have a global footprint, so students can start their careers not just in Germany, but anywhere in the world.
Yes, of course. An interesting fact is that Germany is the world's third largest economy and Europe's strongest economy. So the students get ample job opportunities in Germany itself, but then again, because it is the part of the European Union, so the students can apply in any part of the Europe and of course out of Europe as well.
This has been a really fun and insightful episode, Milind. Thank you so much for taking time out and being with us. Also, I think Germany is now one of the top choices for international students.
Thanks for having me, Olivia. It was nice to be here and sharing all this information with the students might be looking. And of course, any international student looking for top quality education, a global exposure, and exciting job opportunities, Germany should be at the top of their list. And think of Germany and think KC as your service provider.
So if you're listening and wondering where to start, don't worry, KC Overseas will guide you through the complete process, right from university selection to application, visas, scholarships, and much more. Feel free to walk into any of our branches across India or book a free online counseling session on our website www.studies-overseas.com. So Milind, any last words for our audience?
Well, for all the students, stay focused and you can apply in Germany, get there easily. All the best.
So thank you everyone for tuning in. We hope you found this episode really helpful. If you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to our channel for all the latest updates on top study destinations. See you again for KC's next episode on Study Abroad Decoded.